right. Sound check. Perfect. We are good to go. We got a couple minutes till we get started. We are going to use an optional strap tonight. So we have a strap. Just grab that up. We'll just toss that to the side of the mat so it's handy when you need it. Blocks are always helpful as well. We'll just be using this strap for one pose near the beginning. So if you don't have one, you can definitely make do without it. It's just, it can be helpful. And we have 1 minute till we get started. I'm tired tonight. Ah, this will be nice though. I'm feeling quite stiff as well. Oh, Alice, I guess you're using my strap. She just plopped right down on it. Silly cat. Silly cat. All right. It is time for us to get started. Like I said, if you have a strap, we'll just tuck that to the side, optional 2 blocks. Definitely can make do without any of these items, but I'm a big fan of props, and the more the merrier. And we're going to get started today in a seated butterfly, Skandasana, taking bottoms of the feet together, knees wide, sitting up tall. And starting with just a couple nice deep breaths here. Hands could hold on to the ankles if you'd like. Inhaling through the nose, filling the lungs. And exhaling from the mouth, softening. Great, let's take about 3 more breaths here. Great, with your next inhale, to really lengthen out through the spine. And exhaling to hinge forward and melting over the legs here, or melting over the feet to be more exact. Inhaling to roll that back up. And exhale takes it forward. Great, let's do one more like this time pausing in the fold, inhaling up tall. Exhaling to take it forward, pausing here. You can always slide your blocks under the hands or forearms. Great, take one more full round of breath. And then rolling that all the way back up. So take the hands behind, leaning back to take the feet out wide, and windshield wipe it side to side. Gently moving out the hips here, finding that internal and external rotation. Letting one leg open up as wide as it can, really opening the hips through center. All right, let's pause with the knees in the center, and we'll take it all the way down onto the back here. Right away when you arrive on the back, giving the knees a hug in, holding onto the shins. Find some gentle movement through the hips here, drawing circles with the knees. You can go in the same direction here or opposite, taking knees wide, meeting in the middle. Great, let's take that to the opposite direction now. reversing wherever you are. Great, last two. And last one, finishing off those circles, ending with the knees hugged in. Let's release the left foot down and lengthen right leg up towards the sky. Now this leg doesn't have to be straight, it can keep a soft bend. We'll start to move through some points and flexes with the right foot here. Finding some gentle movement through the hamstring, especially with that flex really lengthening out through the back of the leg. Great, my inner leg is feeling a little tender tonight from where I strained it the other week, so I'm definitely going to take it a little easy myself. Let's go for 3, for 2, and 1. Great, ending with a point through that leg, pausing here in stillness with the option to start lengthening that left leg away, intensifying that stretch. Maybe the exhales find a little more space, bringing that leg a little closer. Take one more breath. Great, let's rebend into that right knee. And with an exhale, take it all the way across body towards the left, finding a supine twist. The right shoulder is anchoring down towards the mat here. Let's take 3 to 5 breaths, sinking into this twist. And starting to roll that back to center on the back. If you're using a strap, you can grab that up, loop it around the bottom of the right foot, and re-extend that right leg up towards the sky. Bring that left foot back into a bend to plant, and start to open that right leg out to the right side. Any amount here. And we'll have a couple options for this left leg. It can stay planted. You could roll to the outer edge, or you can give the knee a hug in towards the chest and then take that out to the left. Flexing into the feet here. This is basically our Skandasana shape that we're building up to today, but grounded on the back. Let's take 2 or 3 more full breaths here. Really opening up through the hips. All right, let's release that left leg. Right leg comes all the way back up to slide that strap out and release. So I'm going to take that right over to the other side, extending the left leg up. You can hold on wherever is comfortable, to the calf, to the back of the leg, starting to move through points and flexes with that foot. Gently moving through the hamstring this evening. Great, take a couple more rounds here. then pausing with a point through that foot, lengthening out the top of the ankle. Let's find stillness here with the option to start extending that right leg away, lengthening that out. Nice strong exhales here. Maybe you find a little more space, bringing that leg a little closer. All right, start to re-bend into that left knee. Take a breath in. And with an exhale, left leg guides across the body towards the right, settling into a supine twist here, anchoring down through that left shoulder. Taking nice deep exhales, settling down into this twist. Oh, I love twists in the evening. It feels so nice. Great, starting to unravel back to center on the back. For using your strap, loop that around the bottom of the left foot and re-extend that leg up towards the sky. Right foot can come back into a bend, planting. With an exhale, starting to open that left leg out to the left side. Flexing through the left foot. And ideally taking the same option with the right leg that you did on the other side, keeping it where it is, rolling to the outer edge, or giving that knee a hug in and then opening that out to the side. Flexing the foot, finding that grounded Skandasana variation. All right, start to bring all of that back to center. Strap can release to toss off to the side. Hug the knees in. And when you're ready, we'll take a rock up to a seat, tucking the legs all the way off to the side, forward to a tabletop position. Finding all fours, hands and knees. We'll take a couple cat-cows here, inhaling to open the heart forward. And exhaling to push the ground away, contracting. Inhaling to open. And exhaling away. Also option to take this to a circle, taking the ribs over to the right. Inhaling forward, to the left. And exhaling to push away. Great, gently moving through the spine here, either forward and back or circling that out. And if you're circling, let's switch that direction, moving it to the left. Great, finishing off your last round here. Take the spine back to neutral. Inhaling the heart forward, tuck the toes. And exhale, pushes it up and back, downward facing dog. Take a second here, give a pedal out through the feet. Maybe moving the hips out side to side. Right from downward facing dog, we'll start to walk that up to the top of the mat, settling into a forward fold. Nice soft bend in the knees, let the head hang heavy here. With an inhale, coming up to halfway lift, lengthen out through the spine. Exhale, soften and fold. One more time, inhaling to lengthen out the spine here. Let's walk the feet out a little wider, about the width of the mat, heels in, toes out, and sit it down into a malasana. You can always stack your blocks underneath here for support. You could hold onto a chair, an object, or, you can take the hands to heart center, lengthening out through the spine. Let's take a couple breaths here. You can always take a wiggle side to side as well. Gently opening up through the hips. Great. When you're ready, releasing the hands back down, let's pick the hips back up, pivoting back to forward fold. And give the left leg a step back, lowering the knee, coming down to a low lunge here. Option to grab blocks under the hands. Inhaling to tuck the tailbone, send the hips down. And exhale, pull the hips back, lengthening through the right leg, flexing into that foot. Half split. Inhaling to open that forward. And exhaling to pull it away. Great, let's take about 3 more breaths here, moving between these 2 shapes. Finding that breath to movement connection. Last 2. And last 1. Great, pausing in your forward fold, or not your forward fold, your low lunge next time you're there. Let's give the back toes a tuck to lift the knee, turning all the toes to the left. And we'll keep walking that all the way around to the back of the mat. Rebending into the knees, we're in a low lunge at the back. Inhaling to send the hips down here. And exhaling to pull it back and lengthen in that half split. It's just like the other side, inhaling to open. And exhaling away, lengthening. Great, let's take 3 more breaths here. Moving between these 2. Man, it is pouring outside tonight. So dark. Last one. Great, finishing off that last one. Let's pause in that lunge once again. Back toes tuck to lift the knee and pivoting to a wide fold. Let's walk the blocks back to the center. Turn to face you here. And let's take the heels in, toes out here. Inhaling to rise all the way up, lengthening through the legs, through the arms. And exhale, bend into the knees, sweep the arms down low. Inhaling to rise. And exhale, take it down. Think about those knees driving out. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, sink it down, pausing here. With the option to take hands to the top of the legs, really sinking down into the hips. Take a breath in. Exhale, dips the left shoulder, peeking to the right. And inhaling that through center. Exhaling to dip the right, take a peek to the left. So inhaling that back through center, extend through the legs, turn the feet to parallel, and hinge forward to settle into a wide fold here. Hands can come to blocks, to the mat, to ankles. Take a couple breaths, gently bending one knee and the other if you like, before we take it into our Skandasana. Feet are parallel with the toes facing forward. All right. Settling that to center in wide folds, come into our Skandasana to the right. Starting with the option to keep the blocks under your hands. Start to walk the hands over to the right leg, bending into that right knee and flexing left toes up towards the sky. Try to keep that right heel down as much as possible. You can always use your blocks there. And we'll pivot that over to the other side, moving through that wide fold. Pick the hips up, feet come to parallel, hands walk over to the left. Left knee bends, right toes flex up to the sky. Nice. Now we can take that side to side, coming through that wide fold, or if we want to make this a little more challenging, we can try and keep the hips as low as possible here. Hands can come to plant, pivoting through center, like this spider position in the middle, all the way over to the right. You can find what works for you here. Maybe you want to pause in one, maybe you want to keep moving between the two. You can even challenge and do these hands-free, pivoting through that wide fold, or through this spider goblin crawl in the center. We'll take a few more moments to move between here. Great. If you're just on one side, we'll switch to the other. We've got about 3 or 4 more rounds of breath. Great. And when you've evened out both sides, starting to make your way back to center in that wide fold. I think my power just flickered. Okay, that's nice. All right, make your way back to center. And we'll take these blocks and start to walk them up towards the top of the mat. Take a rebend into that front knee and slide up, forward fold. Inhaling to lengthen out the spine, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Take the hands to plant, step it back. And we'll give the knees a lower, take toes together, knees wide, sending the hips back to a child's pose. Hands can walk forward, forehead can melt down. And take a few moments here, sinking into the hips. You can always slide blocks under the hands as well to deepen that opening through the shoulders. Take one more full breath. And then gripping into the fingertips. Start to pull up out of there. And take a seat off to one side to sweep the legs in front. And settle down onto the back from here, making your way down however you'd like. Giving the knees a hug in towards the chest. You can hold onto the shins, let the knees open wide around the ribs. Maybe finding a side-to-side rock here. Or we can come into a happy baby or even a straddle, flexing the feet, bottoms of the feet to the sky, grabbing wherever is comfortable in the legs, big toes, outer edge of feet. Finding happy baby, or we can extend the legs into a grounded straddle here. And you can always play with one leg bent, one leg extended. I'm going to take a few moments in this happy baby, one of our final shapes tonight. Great, and as you're ready, starting to hug the legs back in, you can release, letting the legs stretch out long, taking bottoms of the feet together, knees wide, or planting the feet wide, let the knees fall together. We'll finish with 3 to 5 breaths here, sinking down towards the mat for these last few moments. Great, and feel free to stay there as long as you like. Or whenever you're ready, taking a roll off to either side, starting to make your way up to a seat. And thank you for being here this evening. Oh, I am so sleepy. Probably the weather. I normally only drink 1 coffee a day at like 10 a.m. and today I had a second coffee at 3 p.m. So that was crazy. Wild day. All right. Well, I will see you guys next Tuesday. I am not going to be around next Tuesday night, so I'm going to move our Gateway to Yoga. I can do it either Wednesday afternoon or Wednesday evening, so I'll post on Patreon when that is. If one time works better than the other, you can always let me know. But yeah, that is it for this evening. You're welcome. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a nice rainy evening. Oh. All right. Oh, Sylvie, do you want to say goodbye? You made a little noise. Sylvie, say goodbye. He's like, what are you doing? Unhand me. All right. I will see you guys hopefully Thursday for Pilates. If not, then next... Oh, we actually have one of our special theme classes this Saturday afternoon. We're going to do hips and hamstring mobility. So see you at hopefully one of these upcoming classes. I'm all over the place tonight. All right. Bye.